So in this video, I'm talking about the rules of the body and why everybody should follow it. So it's almost like in school where, there's certain rules teachers have, pay attention, don't be throwing paper airplanes at each other, cussing and swearing and just being disruptive. You gotta listen, there's rules or you get detention, you get suspended. Same thing with life, when it comes to the law, and you gotta follow the rules when it comes to either driving, the rules of the road, or just life itself. Don't do any criminal activity or you'll get locked up, you'll get in trouble. There's rules to everything. So there's always you got to be disciplined in the world, and if you're not disciplined when it comes to the mind, then you're going to unleash it in the world, and it's going to come out as a negative thing. And when you unleash negative, bad, disrespectful things in the world, then there's consequences to everything. So there's consequences to every action, so you'll get in trouble based off of what you've done wrong. So when it comes to listening to your body and listening to the rules of the body, you gotta act like it's the same thing as if you're going to school or you're doing the right things in life. You gotta actually sit down and literally talk to yourself and realize that, if you do this or that, it could have bad consequences. I'll give an example. Say today I feel like eating a bag of M&Ms. You know that those bag of M&Ms aren't good for you. First off, I just want to say this right out the bat. I'm not saying never eat M&Ms ever again. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they're not good for you. It's just a fact. So if you put bad, chocolatey, added crazy amount of sugar, bad for you M&Ms in your body, in your system, that's a rule of the body. You're going against it. You're not doing the right things. You should be not eating that. And of course, if you're doing it for another reason and you're trying to spike metabolism, or you're trying to go above and beyond and trying to change up your diet, or you're just out with friends and you're trying to have fun, I get that. But what I mean by the rules is that if you go on a 3 or 4 day binge of just eating M&Ms constantly and you're just eating bad food all the time, those are the rules of the body where you're disobeying it, and it's going to have consequences. You're going to feel sick, you're going to feel lethargic, you're not going to want to do anything. Bad food gets you depressed, it gets you anxiety, it makes you not think properly. So yeah, the rules is that you want to eat healthy, and if you stick to the good rules of the body, you're putting in healthy earth-made foods, then you're going to have enough energy in the day. You're going to start actually making progress when it comes to not only fitness but also with life itself. You're going to be able to go and get groceries, go and pay the taxes, clean up the house, do things that are necessary for the daily needs. So what I'm trying to get at is listen to your body, and if you want to follow the rules of the body, stay positive and do it the right way. Like paying attention in class and getting an A+, doing the right things, like helping an old lady across the road. That's a rule. That's a great thing. Instead of pushing her and not doing anything, that's disrespectful. I say that that's a rule, even though it's not a written rule. It's a rule where it's something that you should do. You should be appreciative and be happy and do great things. And there's a thing called acts of kindness out there, and an act of kindness, a gold star, like those things, people make fun of that, but it's like, if you do that enough, it just builds up your character, and you're just going to become the best person you can be. So I'm not trying to teach people what to do and what not to do. At the end of the day, I can only tell you what I think is right and what I think is wrong. But I'm not everybody's father. I'm not God. I'm not saying you have to do this, or this will happen to you, or this will happen to you. You'll get in trouble. I'm gonna not be your friend anymore if you go eat that chocolate bar. Like, what? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. So I can't really necessarily teach you a certain point where you're going to do something every day for the rest of your life and it's going to be a fact, like you're definitely going to do it. I can't. All I can teach you is the good and the bad, and you're gonna have to follow it based off of your needs and your mindset and where you are in life. So that's all I gotta say. Listen to the rules of the body. Try to go good, not go bad, and that's it. And there's consequence to every action, and stick with the acts of kindness, and let's keep getting those golden stars. So yeah, and back to the thing where I said teaching. I mean, the reason why I said I can't teach you everything from right to wrong, or I can't teach you the positives and negatives, I don't necessarily mean like, oh, I'm a personal trainer, I'm going to teach you the good and the bad. That's what I do. I try to help people with the good and the bad. But what I mean by teach is that, like any teacher that's out there that's actually grading papers, they'll do their best they can to write on the board and try to help people learn, but it's up to you to get that A+. If you get an F, that was your decision. You didn't study hard enough, or you didn't pay attention in class, or you weren't doing the homework and you were staying out late with your friends and you weren't doing the job. You know, I mean, that's why I said, like, I can't teach you an automatic A+ is what I'm trying to get at. I can't teach you an automatic you're going to stay healthy for the rest of your life, because tomorrow you could literally wake up and say, F that, I'm not going to stay healthy, I'm just going to eat pizza for the rest of my life. That's not up to me, it's up to you. So just let's stay positive. I want everybody to stay healthy in 2024. Everything's going great right now, but we got to stick with it. It's consistency. So that's all I got to say, and let's stay active and get kinetic.